Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. And so we're just going to start by having this lovely time where we can just get quiet and send out love and gratitude to the world. Let's take some slow, deep breaths to get into that peaceful, receptive state. So we breathe in slowly and deeply. We hold our breath. We breathe out. Then we hold our breath. Let's do that for a few more breaths. Now let's listen for our heartbeat. Our heartbeat, which is a pulse of light coming down through the silver cord from our mighty iron presence, anchoring in our heart, giving us life. Let's just see and feel and bless that heartbeat. That heartbeat that anchors into that beautiful threefold flame, which is the anchorage of our mighty I Am presence within our physical bodies. Let's just connect with that beautiful flame as we sit in that expanded golden flame in the center, golden yellow flame of wisdom and illumination, perception and discrimination. We see our bodies in this beautiful, dazzling golden flame. To the right, we can see the pink flame, that glorious, dazzling pink flame of pure divine love. And then we see to the left of us that beautiful, expanded flame, that sapphire blue, bringing into us the feeling of the will, the power, the faith and the protection from our mighty I Am presence. See and feel and bless this glorious light. Let's take our awareness now up through the top of our head, through the silver cord, to our mighty beloved I Am presence. Let's see this glorious, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence smiling down on us. Our wonderful presence of God, I Am. And now we see in the center of our chest a beautiful golden sun forming, dazzling and brilliant like the noonday sun. The beautiful focus of light from our I Am presence. Open our hearts and send love and gratitude to our mighty I Am presence for beating our heart and giving us life. And now we see those rays from our beautiful sun in the center of our chest, dazzling and brilliant, billions and billions of rays, going forth and connecting up with each and every miniature sun in all the cells of our bodies, our four earthly bodies, all those little inner wakas receiving this expanded light. Let's feel the joy, the happiness, and the gratitude of each and every little inner waka of our four earthly bodies. Sense and see and feel that wonderful light saturating our earthly bodies. And now let's just fill our feelings with a feeling of love and gratitude. And let's call to the beloved Ascended Masters, beloved Ascended Master David Lloyd, the great God of gratitude, to fill us, each one and all mankind, with this feeling, that light substance from the Ascended Master realm of gratitude and love. We see our beautiful suns turning a deep shade of pink with a golden radiance. Gratitude and love for all our many, many blessings. Gratitude and love to the great ascended hosts for these marvelous teachings. Gratitude and love for all our loved ones and our friends. Gratitude and love for our homes and our supply. Gratitude and love for all the many, many blessings that we receive daily on our earthly journeys. Gratitude to the great and beloved elemental kingdom, animate and so-called inanimate, the beauty and bounty of nature. God bless, love and thank them, each and every precious one. Gratitude to the beloved angels, and gratitude to all life on our beloved earth. And now we see these rays in this wonderful expanded state, forming a lattice of light, dazzling and brilliant. We see our entire earth folded in this glorious pink and golden light, saturating every part of life on our beloved earth, especially those parts of life that are never loved or thanked, with this wonderful gift, our opportunity of sending love, light, and gratitude to all life. And we just give deep, deep thanks for this. And we know that one of the highest vibrations in the universe is divine love and gratitude. So it's a lovely opportunity just to send it out, I think, every day. And so I was Delia, beloved Delia, are you able to read the opening invocation for us?
Hello, Anthea. Greetings, everybody. Yes, thank you. The opening invocation. Beloved presence of God, I am. It is thy life and intelligence that enables me to read and comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I am so grateful. Beloved Master Kuthumi, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. We thank you. And now, great I Am Presence, take me within thyself. There instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. Thank you. From beloved Saint Germain.
Thank you, beloved Delia. Okay, lovely. So we've got just wonderful information from beloved Saint Germain, read by John, always just pearls of wisdom. And this is the activation of the brain so we can receive divine intelligence. And then we have got also from beloved Saint Germain, the video is the application and the use of light rays. So I thought it sort of all worked quite well together. And then we've got continuing from the dictations by the Ascended Masters by beloved Terry, that wonderful book that she's read from beloved Lord Hilarion. Also just wonderful information. And I'm also going to continue reading from beloved Lord Gautama from last week. Just again, just wonderful things to share. And then beloved John will take us through our decrees, which we know is such a wonderful opportunity and so important for all of us to call in that light. So now we're going to listen to what Saint Germain tells us.
Beloved Saint Germain, I am Discourses, Volume 3, Discourse 13. With all my centuries of experience, I cannot help but say to you as encouragement that my heart leaps with joy at the nearness with which some of you are grasping the Scepter of Dominion. Go forward, my brave ones. Do not hesitate. Grasp your Scepter of Dominion. Raise it, For I am the Scepter, the Quenchless Flame, the Dazzling Light, the perfection which you once knew. Come, let me hold you in my strong embrace, that where there have been so long two, there will only be one I am. I am the knower, the doer, the perfection expressed now. I again speak to the individuals wanting so much to have their problem solved. There is only one presence in the universe that can or ever does solve any problem, and that is the I Am presence, everywhere present. Beloved ones, let me say in all kindness, there is no use just seeking to have a problem solved, because where one was, a dozen may appear. But when you know the perfect attitude is to enter into the I Am presence, knowing it is the unquestionable solver of every problem, you will, as surely as I am telling you, cause all problems to disappear. For where you live constantly, calmly, and with sufficient determination in the I Am presence, instead of having many appear where one has been solved, you will have entered into the state where there are none. I command the power in these words today to carry to everyone who hears or reads them the true conviction and understanding back of them. For the brain, I am the quickening of the cells of this, my or your, brain structure, causing it to expand and receive the intelligent direction of the mighty inner presence. You must know that you have the power, through the I Am presence, to consciously qualify your thought in whatever way you will. There is naught to say what you shall do, for you are a free being of free will. If you could be conscious of every thought that passed through your mind for 6 weeks, and keep it qualified with perfection, you would see the most amazing results. Say often, I am the master within, governing and controlling all my thought processes in full Christ perfection, as I wish them to be. Take the eternal stand that I am what I want to be. You must use the I Am presence, consciously, always. Rarely, even among students, have they realized deeply what the I Am presence meant. Only occasionally has any real comprehension of the I Am come forth, except in the retreats of the Ascended Masters. Jesus was the first to stress it to the outer world. When you make a declaration of truth and stick to it, you must receive. The outer has no power of itself at all. Its duty is simply to know that the I Am presence is acting. Sometimes, without being aware of it, the outer self is looking for the time of manifestation. I can convey to you the conviction and the feeling that when you command as the I Am presence, Almighty God moves into action.
Marvelous. Thank you. And there it is. Just so wonderful words for us. And this is from our beloved Saint Germain. Wonderful instruction. This is an excerpt from The Magic Presence by Godfrey Ray King, a discourse given by Saint Germain on the conscious use of light. The first fiat of creation that went forth into infinity was, "Let there be light." And then creation took place. For out of this primal light comes all manifested form. The light is the central point of life or energy within every atom composing the substance from which comes all physical manifestation. I speak of the atom because the lower rate of vibration composing the physical manifestation is the atomic structure, which we have under consideration. When you consciously envelop or hold any person, place, condition, or thing in the dazzling white light, you are penetrating, going through the atomic structure into the electronic, wherein there is no imperfection. In this use of the light, one penetrates the structure of imperfection, and that on which the attention is centered is then brought forth, perfection. Not only as the Father sees it, but it is the Father's perfection expressed. You, as the sons and daughters, are given choice, commanded to choose and direct where the energy, which is the activity of the light, shall go. It is imperative to have your conscious thought, your firm attention on what is to be accomplished, in order to give the needed direction to the activity of this mighty force, which is your right and privilege to use. When you use the dazzling white light, you are actually accepting the electronic structure, which is then present in manifestation, for you are acting from the place of action or perfect manifestation. Your desire, when held steadily, unwaveringly, becomes the conscious thought directing, for you cannot have a desire without conscious thought in the desire. Great strides have been made in the higher use of the light at the inner levels. Your conscious great adherence to the light shows you are ready for its higher use. If in your use of the light you will to know the perfection that you wish is already present in manifestation, the moment you start the dynamic action of the light, it will remove all uncertainty in your mind as to the positive assurance or what you wish taking form in your physical use. In clothing or visualizing any person, place, object, or condition in the illumined figure of Jesus Christ or the figure of any ascended master, you are really unclothing, penetrating through the atomic garment where you see, recognize, and accept the perfection you now want present in form, for you have swept aside all imperfection in the action. The student should see and feel his body as if composed of pure white flame, sending out long rays of light. The flame is your real self, the mighty I Am presence, the full Christ perfection. The rays shooting forth are the divine mind or love in action. These rays are what follow your conscious direction, carrying your thought and producing magical results when consciously directed, held firm by determined, unwavering, conscious attention. The light you thus visualize is the electronic substance the Hindus call prana. This light is always directed by thought, but it is imperative that all learn to control and direct it consciously. This conscious control and direction is how the Ascended Masters accomplish such marvelous results. Divine love is a presence, an intelligence, a principle, a power, an activity, a light, and a substance. When we command divine love to go forth and do anything, we are setting into motion the highest form of action, the most powerful force. This, however, does not require terrific effort. In fact, it requires just the opposite. It is a calm, steady, determined, conscious knowing. As this becomes a fixed consciousness, an absolute certainty in one's conscious awareness, he will find more and more instantaneous response to his demand and command. Never be afraid to demand and command anything that is a universal principle. Make no mistake, the light, the universal electronic substance, is for your use. It is at your command. Your mighty I Am presence is a self-conscious being, of which your outer consciousness is but a fragmentary part. Therefore, you can talk to your mighty Master within, as you would to a loving Father who possessed limitless love, light, riches, power, health, happiness, or anything you could desire. For the more you consciously use this mighty presence of God, I Am, the quicker it will respond to you. Oh, wonderful words from beloved Saint Germain. And now we have got Terry reading, and also just wonderful from beloved Lord Hilarion.
It is currently the endeavor of the beloved Mahachohan, through the establishment of the specialized force fields, to re-establish the same entire activity which will be the expression of the golden age of the ascended Master Saint Germain. For instance, those who desire and require protection would know there is a group dedicated to the drawing and radiating of that magnetic power. Those who desire grace and benediction would know that there is a focus of our blessed Mahachohan. Those who would require healing would know where that focus is. The endeavor of Master Morya and the Mahachohan to get this picture before the students into their minds and feelings has not yet taken hold sufficiently so that the impersonal attitude will supersede the personal attitude which acclaims any one virtue or activity more than another. When we worked on Atlantis and on Lemuria, there was no war between faith, love, and healing. Each individual was consecrated to the magnetizing, radiating, and sustaining of his own virtue, and the entire atmosphere of Earth, as well as the inner bodies of the people, were benefited by each such temple. Of course, we are yet in the beginning of this golden age, and there is much of the personal self of individuals who have not yet come to the place of sublimation, where the ray and virtue are the important gift, rather than the personality drawing that ray, or the group performing that service. When the Mahachohan can find within some group, wherever they may be, the selflessness which is required, I can tell you honestly that it will greatly hasten the expansion of the qualities which are so much required to permeate the mental, emotional, etheric, and physical atmosphere of this planet. A conductor is very important when dealing with an orchestra, and each musician playing upon his particular instrument, each one contributing to that music, stops when the conductor signals to stop, and does not go on blaring above the rest of the orchestra in order to make one individual heard above the others. Just such unity of service and activity has been the desire and design of our beloved Mahachohan for many ages, and which he is endeavoring now, through Morya's activity, to at least present to the mental consciousness of the embodied. So we who carry the flame of truth and watch the human ego find that there is so much desire to show off the power of radiation drawn that some of the virtue is lost. You will have to be like the selfless ones in certain monasteries, in the seamless garments with the hood drawn over the face. That is an initiation of the Egyptian and early Grecian mysteries, when one had no identity and no name. One was completely hooded from head to foot, and his service was given in silence. He never spoke, and the radiation which passed from the body was a confirmation of what was generated, magnetized, and sustained. It was a difficult series of initiations, some of which you passed and some of which you failed. We honor that great temple of truth, the memory of which, at the sinking of Atlantis, was brought over to the present Grecian peninsula in the minds and hearts of the priests and priestesses who had loved it and had retained the idea of that beautiful temple of Pallas Athena. When the Temple of Truth was established originally in Greece, it took many, many centuries of embodiment and re-embodiment upon behalf of the priests and priestesses devoted to its teaching before the actual magnificent temple itself was physically manifest. This was almost an exact duplicate of its beauty and perfection of the original Atlantean temple. You see, once you have looked upon a thing, it remains in your memory, recorded in your etheric body. For instance, as you might look upon one of the public buildings in your city, then you hold that idea in your mind. Now, if you had tenacity enough, energy enough, constancy enough, and substance enough, you could recreate that public building at any other place on the earth's surface. That is what was done at Luxor, in Greece, in Shambhala, and various other places where these temples were established. The patterns were brought in the minds and consciousness of those who had been present at the height of the great glory of those temples. Those individuals, remember, were under the law of the bands of forgetfulness, which allowed the possibility of their losing the memory of those patterns when they passed on at the close of each embodiment. Thus they were born again in baby bodies and had to come to their majority, retaining the idea through an earth life, a period of disembodiment, and a period of birth, adjustment to a family and race. Then they endeavored to recreate that perfect pattern again. I challenge you, even you who have lived in one city for most of your life, could you recreate from a thought picture one of those public buildings, especially if you were to pass from the body and come back again? I think not.
And I think he's probably right. So it's a good thing, but there's just so lovely, all those lessons for us there. All right, so I wanted to share today, because it came through on Friday, and it's just so wonderful. It was from the message from Eileen Caddy. She was the co-founder of Findhorn. I'm sure most know of Findhorn in northern Scotland. Certainly David does. He's online here because he's from there. But anyway, it's change in the twinkling of an eye. And she got this message: you cannot hope to grow spiritually unless you are prepared to change. Those changes may come in small ways to begin with, but as you move further and further into the new, they will become more drastic and vital. Sometimes it needs a complete upheaval to bring about a whole new way of life. But it is amazing how soon you can get used to change as long as you have the courage and the conviction that the changes which are taking place are all for the very best. You can change in the twinkling of an eye if you choose to do so. One moment you can be walking in the old, and the next you can be in the glorious new. It can happen as quickly as that, with no effort at all on your part, but a deep longing, determination, and absolute faith and belief. Why not try it and let my peace and love infill and enfold you? That's the peace of our mighty own presence and love. So I just thought that was just lovely. I wanted to share that just in case you didn't get it on the WhatsApp group. Anyway, so now we have this wonderful opportunity where we call for our brothers and sisters that are caught in that psychic and astral realms. We know it's so important to make this call. So we say together, beloved presence of God, I am in me, and beloved, immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart, and beloved Saint Germain, while my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discarnate life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be taken immediately into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so they carry in their life streams no miscreations that would add to their own or the world's distress. We decree it, and so be it. Beloved I am, and we accept this done here and now with full cosmic power, and we thank you. Thank you. And as we know, as we make the calls, they go into action and do this. Well, this is just lovely. It's so interesting, this little boy and his great friend, this wild crow, and how they truly are good friends. And just, I think, shows that the animals do feel the purity of the children.
They could spend hours just playing. When I pick up Otto from kindergarten, he will sit on our roof and make sure that Otto is home. they have a special bond. When we go inside, he will sit outside the window because he wants Otto to go outside with him. If we open up our window, he will go and sit on the couch watching TV with Otto. Even though Russell and Otto are really great friends, I never leave them unsupervised. Russell is a wild bird. He's not around all the time, but when Otto is outside, he will never leave Otto's side. Russell is a big part of our family now.
Short, but just lovely. I thought, it's so lovely, these friendships with the animals. And now we say our decree for all our animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms. We say together, beloved I am presence and that of all mankind, charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and bring comfort and freedom to the animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it, and so be it. In God's most holy name, I am. We accept it done, and we thank you. Thank you. Right, this is quite long, but it's just wonderful. Beloved Lord Gautama. So he's describing his journey through the 7 spheres. And so he says, beloved ones, the beauty and perfection of those magnificent violet fire temples, angels, and majestic ceremonials of the 7th sphere might easily hold the attention of the most earnest seeking soul. More particularly so, because this is the first contact with the perfection of the 7 divine spheres, which one contacts on such an upward journey. Next came the glory of the 6th sphere, activities of ministration and peace. Here I had a great test, as my heart was that of the missionary, and my desire was to minister unto the people. In this sphere, I saw the great archangels, the great angels, and activities of ministration in action, releasing the mighty healing rays, blessings, and assistance of every description to everyone on earth who so required such help. Here I must confess that I thought, yes, this is my place. Yet within me something kept saying on, and on to the heart of truth. Then, as I entered the 5th sphere, wherein abides the flame of God truth, I thought, here is the truth I desire, and this is the sphere in which I shall dwell. I shall learn all that is herein and take it back to men. Again, something within my heart urged me on, and I entered the 4th sphere. In this 4th sphere of God purity, I witnessed the magnificent cosmic beings, ascended masters, seraphim, cherubim, and angels of purity in action. And as such perfection was made manifest right before me, I experienced again my personal conviction that that sphere must be the ultimate. However, I was assured from within that this was not so, so the voice within still urging me on. Then onward, then on this, sorry, it's a bit hidden by the thing here, but anyway, then on this upward reaching journey, as I passed into the 3rd sphere, I found the most powerful divine love, that divine love which is, of course, the true nature of the Godhead itself, as well as of myself and of every life stream which God has created. That divine love which all were and knew and had with the Father before the world was. Here, I thought, now truly is divine love the ultimate. But here again, something within me said, press on. On I went into the 2nd sphere, where the ascended master teachers and educators work, and here again, I must confess, I did pause briefly. You see, teaching long has been my profession. I visited there the temples and listened well to the great ones who were preparing instruction and various assistance for the religions accepted and served by the various peoples of earth. I thought here, perhaps this is my place, and I have found it at last. However, still something within me said, no, still proceed. Then, after having passed through the realms of the teachers, I finally moved into the first sphere. This sphere of ideation, where the blue flame and ray of power are created and released. Here, in the tremendous speed and power of activity which takes place constantly, I entered into the accelerated consciousness. At first I thought I had overshot my mark, and felt that perhaps I should have stayed in the third sphere of divine love. In this first sphere, it was not so easy to hold my consciousness steady in this accelerated movement of energy. There the mighty Hercules and Amazon, Elohim of the first ray and his divine complement, and others of those who serve on this ray, were speeding back and forth in service so fast that it was difficult for me. Yet the light within me said, if you will yet press on through this sphere, you shall find truth. So, garnering up all my spiritual strength in as much dignity as I could in the presence of the constantly flashing fire of beloved Hercules, Amazon, Archangel Michael, and the mighty Moira, I went on. Finally, as I have told you before, I came into the heavenly presence of our Father, Mother, God. So brilliant was their light, so loving were their hearts, so magnificent was their peace, and, too, their power, that I could but prostrate myself before them. Then, in that tremendous graciousness which is theirs, they bid me arise, and giving me their personal blessings, as well as their blessing of those of the entire sphere, they allowed me full freedom to enjoy the wonder of perfection to be experienced there. In this heart of the Godhead, I enjoyed the feeling of oneness with my Creator, just as you will one day when you have finished your course and, in the victory of your ascension, become one forever with your own electronic presence, I am. However, in your case, you will have permanently arrived at your eternal home and to go out no more. Anyway, it just touched my heart. It was so amazing from beloved Lord Gautama. Bless him. All right, now I thought we'd sing to beloved Lord Hilarion today. Just so lovely. Lovely, beloved Lord Hilarion. As we know, it's not the most popular. Hopefully it is getting so now, but not the most popular retreat, the retreat of truth. And now we have beloved John. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you, beloved. Good evening, all. And thank you, beloved Anthea, for these awe-inspiring messages and videos and teachings that you continually bring us every week. And now, beloved mighty and presence, take command of us all and produce your mighty perfection through our decrees. Beloved Ascended Masters, we give you full permission on behalf of ourselves and of all mankind to do whatever is necessary in this lower realm to fulfill the divine plan. And we call for you to charge your mighty power and give whatever energy may be lacking from our side into all our decrees, so they can manifest here and now, all according to thy will. And we call to you, beloved Archangel Michael, to send cosmic rays and mighty angels of protection to protect us and all who have joined the Zoom class, and for all the energy released to be purified and used only to serve the pure divine cosmic light. And so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. We say together, Mighty I am presence, great host of ascended masters, archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and their activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source so this may never act again, and raise up to positions of power the divinely chosen leaders. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. Our tube of light protection. Beloved mighty and presence, beloved Archangel Michael, and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all-powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. And I am grateful we are given whatever added protection is needed. What we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. Let us visualize your tube of light coming down from our beloved mighty I am presence, that mighty pillar of brilliant blue and crystal light, blazing up through and around us, 9 feet in diameter, 3 feet each side of us, with that thick wall at the edge, stronger than any steel. Build your wall of light. See Archangel Michael's armor of light around us, forming that impenetrable pillar of protection around ourselves, this group, our families, friends, and around every constructive person across the face of the earth. Every beloved one standing up for truth, justice, and freedom. May God bless, direct, perfect, and protect each and every one. Thank you. I am the law of forgiveness for myself and all mankind, for all mistakes, misqualified energy, human consciousness, and for straying from the light. Beloved mighty and present, through your blessed love, power, and authority, we call to you, beloved Lady Master Kuan Yin. And we ask you that you come and fill us with your ascended master feelings of mercy and forgiveness for ourselves and for all mankind. We feel deeply that sincere desire to be forgiven and to forgive any and all misuse of life, human consciousness, misqualified energies of any kind, the wrong desires and feelings in our beings and world, and every mistake for which our outer selves are responsible. We just feel deeply within our hearts that gratitude for this great gift of this law of forgiveness. It is such a blessing to all mankind. Beloved, mighty, and presence in that of all mankind, forgive, forgive, forgive each and every one of us. Thank you. We call to the great central sun to charge your secret power into these decrees. We call for beloved Saint Germain to anchor a cosmic concentration of violet fire in America, Europe, Africa, China, India, wherever else it is needed in this beloved world here and now. We thank you deeply for this. Our violet fire decree, we say together. Mighty I am presence, beloved Saint Germain, and those ministered to the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire, and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness, in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire, in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend, with your purple wands of fire, and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force activity. Transmute and consume it all. Cause, score, record, effect, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it all with ascended master consciousness, the divine plan fulfilled, and light from the secret love star. We thank you. Our decree for the elementals. I am the light of God that never fails, purifying, loving, thanking, and blessing the great directors of the elemental kingdom and every beloved earth, water, air, and fire elemental for your ceaseless service to me and to all mankind. I am the mighty cosmic light, awakening all mankind to the great intelligence of this kingdom, and remove from elemental life today the necessity for longer obeying the destructive impulses of mankind. And so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I am presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree, I am the presence charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection, right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. Our decree for the purification of our beloved earth. In the name of my mighty presence, and by the power of the great host of ascended beings, we demand a cosmic living sword of blazing flame, continually strike into all human miscreations back to the very beginning, causing all negative energies and entities in the psychic and astral realms and in the consciousness of all mankind to cease to exist forever. The cause, core, effect, record, and memory, freeing all human and elemental life from that which was never meant to be, and ensuring the psychic and astral realm is no more. Replace it all with the immaculate concept for all life, ascended master consciousness, and light substance from the secret love star. That thy will be done, and so be it, and so it is. Beloved I am, we thank you. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice, blazing throughout the world right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury. Knowing that I am all-powerful, then I know that only divine justice can be done everywhere, here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Now, before we say our final decree, by the love, power, and authority of our beloved mighty presence, we call to you, beloved mighty victory, to fill us with your full feeling of victorious accomplishment, that cosmic feeling of ascended master victory. We say together, I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and trebled each instant of each hour, until fully manifest. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. As we end now, let us focus on that beloved love star, radiating within our auras, placed there by beloved Sanat Kumara, as a gift to all humankind, assisting us in holding that frequency of unconditional divine love, a true cosmic blessing. We love and thank you, beloved mighty love star, and ask that you expand your mighty supreme light through our four lower bodies and to saturate all whom we pass by on our earthly journeys with unconditional love. And to that mighty secret love star shining from the heavens for this 2,000-year period, we bless and thank you and all the mighty cosmic beings from the great central sun holding this focus. Expand your supreme light through our individual love stars and around all life evolving on our sweet earth. And we thank you deeply for this. Thank you, everybody, and blessings to all.
Marvelous. Bless you, beloved John. Thank you so much. And it's just so lovely to be able to call to the secret love star in each one of our auras and to expand it with that wonderful gift from the secret love star shining from the heavens. Truly blessed. And John from America, are you able to read the closing invocation for us?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Beloved I Am Presence and beloved Master Katumi, nourish the seeds planted in my consciousness so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfect expression in my world and the world of all my fellow men. Beloved Presence of God, I am. Pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the masters. We thank you.
Thank you, beloved John, and thank you to everybody for coming. And let's just take a moment. Deep gratitude to our own beloved I Am Presence that always brings us together every week and gives us life, and for these marvelous teachings and for our many blessings on our beloved earth and our opportunity to share the light, to serve the light. And I like this from beloved Rumi says, a heart filled with love is like a phoenix that has no cage, that no cage can imprison. I thought that was just lovely. As we know, Rumi has such wonderful expressions always. And for those that might be watching afterwards on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, we ask you subscribe, like, and hit that bell and share it with anybody that might be interested. So thanks, everybody. I'm just going to stop the recording.